So I guess this is happening. What's going on, guys? My name is Easy Breezy, and today I have an unboxing for something that I had absolutely no intention on buying at this point. I was going to wait a long time, actually. I was going to probably wait till November to pick this up for when the price dropped, because I know it will drop. But then I realized that, this is probably something that you guys have a really high level of interest in seeing. So I went ahead and bought it, and I'm going to show it to you guys today, and that is the first release. I can't even call it a season, but part one of Bleach on Blu-ray. So why don't we jump down and take a look at what is inside of this Blu-ray, and then we'll come back and I have a lot of thoughts about this release and about Bleach's releases as a whole that we can talk about. Alright, so I'm sure a lot of you are excited to see Bleach finally on Blu-ray. And I will say, when I opened this out of the box, I was quite shocked. From all of the pictures online, I really thought this was going to be similar to the Ranma half box sets, the chipboard box where the Blu-ray slips in on the side. And then when I took it out and I realized it's just a normal Blu-ray on a slip cover, I was a little bit disappointed. And I don't want to say aggravated, but I felt a little misled. If you look online, you'll see this, right? You'll see the side. And the side actually really looks like the Ranma half box sets. It says Shonen Jump on the side and Viz on the bottom, and it's all one color. Whereas normal Blu-ray releases, even with the slipcover, continue this blue line to the side. And then the front picture looks just like this, which, could be easily, misconstrued to be a chipboard box. So that was a little bit of a shock to me. Maybe you guys knew ahead of time that this was going to be a standard Blu-ray, but I sure didn't. In any case, you have a very, very shiny fingerprint absorbing cover here with Ichigo on it and a sticker that lets you know this for the first time on Blu-ray. It's episodes 1 through 27. Clearly they didn't market this enough. But in any case, there's probably the most iconic picture of Ichigo that I can think of on any DVD Blu-ray release up to this point. So you get 4 discs, 27 episodes, 1 through 27, English and Japanese language, 4:3 video, so that's going to be really interesting to see how this looks. I didn't really see anything about it being upscaled or remastered or anything. It's just for the fact that it's on Blu-ray. So it's going to be really interesting to see what it looks like. Of course, English subtitles, and it comes out to about 662 minutes. The Blu-ray is region A. Sorry, everyone else. Special features: you get an art gallery, clean ending, and you get a bonus behind the scenes of Bleach interviews with English cast, if I can speak. So I'm sure Johnny Young Bosch will give a nice little synopsis of his thoughts. And it's rated 14 in Canada. Clearly very important. So here's your Blu-ray, and it's the same exact information on the front and the back. The back just has some more pictures on it, which are kind of cool. And then the inside is just all of the Blu-rays are identical. I'm sort of interested to see what they do with the upcoming releases, to see maybe if they change the color on the discs themselves. I'm assuming that they're going to change the actual color of the box sets. I can't imagine them all being this metallic silvery. But there you go, guys. That is Bleach on Blu-ray. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing for the first part of Bleach on Blu-ray. I have a lot of mixed thoughts about this release, in the same way that I had mixed thoughts about the Dragon Ball Z Blu-ray. I actually started buying Bleach way back when it was first released on DVD. I was buying the individual DVD releases with 4 episodes on each DVD. The release came with stickers, so that was kind of cool and made me feel a little bit like I was getting something for my money, because those weren't cheap. And I actually bought the first 2 full seasons on single DVDs, so I spent a good amount of money on that. And then when I saw they were going to switch to box sets, the first 3 seasons, the white, the red, and the blue box set, I actually really liked that format. So I decided to go ahead and sell the DVDs that I had bought up to that point and go ahead and invest in the box sets. I figured the first 3 box sets were uniform, so I figured the rest would be the same. And, you can have, different colored box sets, throughout the entire Bleach series. Unfortunately, once they released the 4th season, which was The Bout, they did it in 2 different box sets, and they switched it to thin packs. So that kind of ticked me off a little bit. Not only that, the box sets were different sizes, so I was starting to get a little bit annoyed with Viz. Now this is the 3rd time that I'm buying a different style of DVD release for Bleach, but nevertheless, I went ahead and I picked The Bout up because it's still a box set. And then they came out with the 5th season, which was also thin packed, but even different than the previous So I was starting to have a feeling like I was gonna have to stop buying Bleach. And then they went ahead and just completely dropped the ball and reverted to single DVD cases with, I think it was about 13 episodes on each. You know, they're clearly trying to capitalize on Bleach's success and make as much money as they possibly could by cutting down the amount of episodes on each DVD, but still charging, an astronomical price. You know, each DVD was probably over, $20-$30 at the time that they were released. So if you think about it, to actually complete Bleach out by buying those single DVD releases, you'd be spending well over $500. And for me, that was ridiculous. I wasn't going to do it, and I stopped buying Bleach. And at the same time, I stopped watching Bleach because, as you guys know, I only really watch shows if I'm buying them. So I was a little bit disappointed because I did really enjoy Bleach, especially the first 3 seasons. But that was it. I could not afford doing that, and it was a little bit unrealistic. So when I saw that they were releasing this on Blu-ray, I had a feeling that I was probably gonna start picking Bleach up again. So I went ahead and I sold again for the second time now all of my other Bleach box sets. I sold it at quite a loss too, because you got to figure it's been released so many times, you're not gonna really make money on it. And then I was going to hold off on buying this. But, I realized that I should probably pick it up and show it to you guys. Maybe for a few of you who are in the same boat that I am. Maybe you actually went ahead and you bought all of the single DVD releases for Bleach, and you're fed up with Viz also. I think that they really, they didn't take into consideration the fans when they did what they did. And I have a strong feeling that they're trying to fix that with this. But in the same breath, this was not cheap. This cost me $40. That's why I was going to wait for it to drop in price. But this cost $40, and there's only 27 episodes on here. So if you do the math again, it's still gonna cost a lot of money to fill Bleach out. If you buy each of these Blu-ray sets, it's gonna be the most expensive series to complete out of everything that I own, which is a little bit of a turnoff for me. To spend that much money on a show that has a lot of filler in it as well. I was even considering waiting completely, not even buying anything related to Bleach until they did something similar to what they did with Fullmetal Alchemist and with Naruto, wherein they redid the show to cut out filler and to make it more streamlined. But I pulled the trigger, and I'm probably going to buy the next 2 releases as well, parts 2 and 3, just because that contains my favorite parts of Bleach, when I was growing up and Bleach was on Toonami. I think it was Adult Swim. It wasn't even Toonami, it was Adult Swim. That was the stuff that I saw that I really enjoyed. So I probably will buy those 2. But I'd love to know what your guys' thoughts are. Would you like to continually see these Bleach Blu-rays? And maybe I'll have more of an inclination to continue along with it if you guys have an interest in seeing it. But I'd also really like to know what your guys' thoughts are on the release itself. How do you feel about Bleach finally being on Blu-ray? Is it something that you are looking forward to and are going to pick up? Let me know down in the comments below. Well, I know that got a little rambly. As you guys know, I don't really script anything. It's sort of just the thoughts that I had. But in any case, my name's Finesi Breezy, and I'll see you all next time.